It's review time. Activate Beast Morphers review. Unleash the review. While you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, check out and subscribe to my group channel, Comic Frontline, where the Frontline 6 come together every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Frontline Live to discuss all the latest news in geek culture and our top 5 comics of the week. Continue the conversation on the Frontline Discord. Be sure to check out ComicFrontline.com for the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews, along with fun, unique features and daily updates. And don't forget to follow me, Comic Book Theater, Media Manus, and Comic Frontline on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Hey there, Ranger Nation. Welcome back to Comic Book Theater. Jay here with another Beast Morphers review. So, today the episode I'm going to talk about is episode 11, and it's titled Tools of the Betrayed. So, this one is a moral lesson episode, as most of them are. But, again, done really well. And it's about basically the Boy Who Cried Wolf scenario. You know, don't lie, because once you lie, no one's going to believe anything you say afterwards, because they're always going to assume that you're lying, which is something that Zoe learns in this episode. So starts off with the main three Rangers, Zoe, Robbie, and Devin, all training. Devin is putting them through their paces while they're blindfolded. The other two are blindfolded, making them use their animal instincts, their extra senses, the other senses, to really navigate, where their attacks are coming from, not just relying on their visual cues. So that has nothing to do with this episode, though. I think they're building something with these training scenarios. I think they're building to a bigger fight. So that would be really cool. Once they, I think that's when they get all three. When whoever gets the three powers, either Blaze or Roxy gets those three powers, that's when they're really going to play that off. But anyway, so then Devin gets a package from Ben and Betty, who deliver his I think he's been waiting for, which is a VR headset and gloves, so he can play VR games. And right away, but not that, because they don't really do it that way. But anyway, they have to go and fight off Blaze. And Devin does something really cool here, is he breaks the computer. Like, dude, the computer is what always gives them access to all these monsters. Break the freaking computer, you stop them from sending down the cyclotron, So he just breaks it, and Blaze is like, I'm mad, I'm going back home, and he leaves and he goes. And Ben and Betty are there at the juice bar, wherever, at the gym, and Betty puts it on, and she's, surfing, and she's like, oh my god, she's all over the place, and then she falls off the surfboard, and then a shark comes, and she's like, oh, and she falls. Her and Ben both get hurt, and bring it back to the headquarters, Grid Battle Force, and they're afraid that, Devin's really going to say something to them. They bump into Zoe. Zoe says, you know what, I'll take the blame, he won't be as mad about it as me. And she says, I walked right into the wall, I'm so sorry. And Devin knows something's fishy, because he's like, you seem alright, but Ben and Betty, are you okay? Like, he's seen something fishy. And Ben and Betty, for their part in it, they really did not want Zoe to do that. They really wanted to own up to it. So I really like that. It wasn't like a Bulk and Skull thing where they were like, oh yeah, they did it, They really wanted to own up to their mistakes, which I really like. It wasn't a Victor Monty who would have totally taken advantage of that and not have felt bad at all. They actually felt bad that Zoe took the blame for it. So, and then the Rangers, we see that Nate was making these things that he's alluded to, I think, since the second episode, where that let them know when a Gigatron is coming down. And he puts them together. He's like, we got 6 of these. We got to put them around the city, so they each all the Rangers, all 5 of the Rangers gets one, and Ben and Betty have to get one together, and they gotta put them in around different parts. Ben and Betty puts theirs up, Zoe goes to go pick them up. And Roxy's there because she decided she's going to use this to their advantage, because she saw Scrowzo putting back together the computer, and she was like, can you do the opposite of that and make it a virus, so do the opposite, and I can make a monster that way? And he was like, yeah, sure. And he makes it. She makes the monster who zaps, goes to zap Zoe, so the communicator will pop off, break apart, and she won't be able to call for her morpher. But instead, it hits off the back of the hatch of the truck, of the SUV, and it hits the detector. So they get back and they're eating like ice cream, and they say, Nate is figuring out, this isn't working. And then he goes through security cameras, he sees that it's still in pieces, and Zoe's like, no, we totally did it. They totally did it. I saw it. And Devin's like, did you really? Or are you just covering up on them? Because you seem okay. My goggles are all busted up. And Ben and Betty look all busted up. And Ben and Betty, confess that, they broke the goggles, which really Betty broke. Because Ben did not want any part of that. But, Ben and Betty broke them, and they, Zoe took the blame. She's like, yes, I told you that because I thought you would be more mad at them and give them a hard time. But, I'm really telling you the truth. He was like, well, I can't believe you then. If I couldn't trust you then how can I trust you now? And she goes off because she's mad, and then the Rangers get an alert that they had to go put that together. So they go put that together, and that's when the Roxy and her monster attacks again, and they attack the Rangers, and the Rangers are like, okay, it's morph time. 4 Rangers morph, Nate, Steele, Roxy, Nate, Steele, Robbie, and Devin all morph, and they call in the weapons get destroyed. They go to teleport more weapons, the teleporters get destroyed. They go to, they're getting ready to fight him with their hands, and then the monster's like, you know what, I'll just destroy, a Ranger next, and goes at the Steel, but when he tries to, it actually bounces off and it hits the alert system again that they just put up. And that's when Nate realizes the same thing must have happened with Ben and Betty, and they all feel bad, and Roxy says, I'll take care of them, you go take care of the Yellow Ranger and her morpher. So he goes, takes it to that, and destroys Betty's morpher. We don't see that because that's off screen, but when the Rangers finally get to him, the morpher's done, but they get another one. Cruz brings another one for her, and they morph, and right away they destroy the gun. Then they take out the monster, and the alert starts going off that a Gigatron is coming down, and it's not just one, but it's 2, and we see the new Megazord, which is the Silver and the Gold Rangers Megazords combined. So that's pretty cool. And it was a pretty good episode, I would have to say. And at the end, Devin does say he's sorry to Zoe for doing it. And Zoe says, she's sorry for lying in the first place. So it was a pretty solid episode. I really liked it. I thought it was, again, another good moral lesson done right. They didn't beat you over the head. Still, the action and adventure was still a prominent part of the episode. Ben and Betty were used correctly. I love that they're used as a part of the story. They're not just like, oh, they're comical relief, we can't depend on them. No, they actually were sent out to do something that the Rangers were doing. So it's like they really are a part of this team, and I like that. That's something we don't see with the comic reliefs in this in Power Ranger franchise. So I like that. And I also like the inclusion of Cruz here, because I felt like the last couple episodes, since we got Steel and all that, since we got Nate and Steel, it's like almost the B-Spots have not been a part of it, really. So I really like that the B-Spots are a part of it again. So this was a really cool episode. I'm going to give it 4 1/4 Power Bolts out of 5. I thought it was a really solid episode. And yeah, can't wait for the next week's episode. And let me know what you thought about this episode. We got to see it, or what are your thoughts on other stuff in Power Ranger Beast Morphers? Let me know all that in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next review.